At Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Finance, we are the future of crypto.
And Pdai. Man, it sucks, but you know what? It's part of the game. Everything can't go up forever, you know. And if it does, that's when you should be a little bit concerned. But dips are healthy. It's part of the game in crypto. And if you're a long-term believer in projects, this is the time to buy. You know, when the dips are here, you got to be a savage. You got to go against the grain. When people are getting scared and they're selling out of their bags, you got to do the opposite. And that's what I try to preach here. You know, I want you guys to be buying the bottoms, buying coins that no one's talking about before they get hyped, before they get pumped up. You know, buying into green candles is great in a bull market. But when this was happening and everything else around us was bleeding, you know, it kind of, you got to raise an eyebrow. So everything is healthy. You know, obviously, we are now trading at parity with Pdai and Atropa. You know, we were talking about a 5x, 7x ratio, 10x, and now they're pretty much neck and neck. Atropa sitting at 8.388, and Pdai coming in at 8.488. So pretty much neck and neck. You know, so is this the plan now to have them trade at parity? At 1-to-1, you know, I don't know. So I think that theory kind of got tossed out the window for now. That once a trope, but who knows? I guess I shouldn't say that because it was fluctuating like crazy. I heard that the Atropa could be 5 times greater than the price of Pdai. But when I started hearing that number went up to 7x and it was up to almost 12x. And now we're back down 1-to-1. So we'll just have to see. You know, this is crypto. This is the wild, wild west. And you just got to buckle up, buttercups. There's my man, Fishing Joe. Fishing with Camo Joe. What's up, my man? Yeah, you know, we got to do a little clickbait here. The shadow banning is so real, bro. Definitely joking. Friend 3, what's up? Friend 3, the heart. The HEX Pulse Network is pumping and Troke is on a downtrend. From what I'm learning from these streams, these two ecosystems are yin and yang. Exactly, bro. It's funny because Hart's Law for Pulsechain, PulseX, HEX, Incentive, they all kind of trade up and down together. And what I want to see is that flip and them trading with each other and the yin and yang being the Richard Hart ecosystem and the rest of the market. That would be my dream scenario. But we'll see what happens. We're still early, and there's so many bullish things that have, you know, every day in the news, you know, more partnerships, just things being announced that I just see it and it's like, man, this is significant for the future. People are building. We're not going anywhere. These streams are sick, honestly. In just a few days of binge watching, I've learned so much. Thank you, Adam. I'll definitely be booking a console in the future. That's what I like to hear. Appreciate that, friend. Friendship confirmed. Shout out to Sami. You know, that's what I'm here for. You know, I've been in crypto now. I mean, I got in 2017, but it was only in Chainlink and Ethos, and it was for a little bit. And I made money, got wrecked, and put it away, and then dove back in summer of 2019. And I've been here every day ever since, and I will not be going anywhere. So looking forward to that, friend. And, you know, I want you guys to learn from my mistakes, not make the same mistakes I've made, and recognize the opportunities I see. You know, I'll tell you about everything, and then you guys obviously you do your own research, you find stuff that would fit your portfolio or fit you best. I talk about a lot of the blue chip coins from XLM to Algorand to Hedera to Casper. I own a bunch of those, but they're not in my daily trading portfolio. Actually Casper is, sorry. Casper I have staked, but everything else of the blue chips is in an IRA. I can't touch that. I mean, obviously I can buy and sell and day trade in there, but I can't cash out unless I want to pay a 40% tax. So it's a different mindset with that portfolio. So everyone's different, but there's opportunities all around crypto. And I just hate that like maxi mentality of like, oh, Pulsechain's only real DeFi, so I can't buy anything else in crypto. It's like, well, okay, well, with that mentality, I can show you 5 coins since Pulsechain launched where we've been going straight down and these other coins have been going up. So, everyone's got their own strategies, their own gimmicks out there, their courses they sell. There's no get rich scheme in crypto. Godfather J6, what up? What up? Thailand, Pulsechain. I love it. I mean, I would love to go to Thailand someday on vacation. Absolutely beautiful. Pulse is only up 20% in 3 weeks. It's not going up that fast. No, it's not at all. I hope we've bottomed. That's what I'd say about Pulsechain. We're up now to 4,500, and I hope that's where we are, at a bottom and not. Holy Jesus! Whoa. I mean, it looks like we are trending. I don't even know what chart this is. All right, this is stupid. Let me just go to Deck Screener. I don't know why I do that on Pulse Burn. It's a great site, but to try to look at those charts, it is a friggin' nightmare. All right, here we go. Let's put it on log for all you non-degens out there. Yeah. We've been over a month now since this dip down here. I want to say we've bottomed. I think that's healthy. I mean, we launched 5 months or 4 months after launch, around there, 4.5 months ish. I like that, and hopefully we're trending up. And we're still. How good is it going to feel just to get back to sacrifice levels? Oh, it's going to feel great. That's how hyper suppressed we are. But I hope you guys were able to make money in Pdai, in Atropa, so many of these coins. Pulse Reflections, A1A's been doing phenomenal. Oh man, I just cursed it. Just dipped like crazy. But I got in at like 21 cents and it was up to 28 earlier today. Sorry, no, 30 cents earlier today. And it just tracks all the 414 wallet. So it's kind of like a cheat code. You don't have to pay attention and watch everything. Pdai is part of the game. Exactly. Viewsy, what up? What up? Appreciate you stopping in. David Lee. There we go. Steven, the yin and the yang in the charts. Yeah. I want to see it. Yin, yin, yin. I want Pulse, Dai, and Atropa to all trend together. My multi-chart is hilarious. All the Atropa group are trending the same right now. All Pulse trending the opposite. Yeah. And it's fun. Like, that's the one. That's why I kind of like this A1A coin, because all of the coins in the 414 that have thick liquidity, they all look the same. If you look at Atropa, I mean, even Zen Classic, one that I've been stacking. Shout out to Chaos Chris. Man, dipped like crazy again, but looks exactly like Atropa. Oh, wow. All right. I was just saying, what the hell? So that liquidity pairing, putting up all these pairs has really affected these coins because Zen Classic was kind of just trending sideways before it got that pair. Frac shares, same thing. You know, you look at this chart, looks just like it too. You know, they all look so similar. And that's I think what Atropa is supposed to do though. And it sucks now when everything's going down, but when everything's pumping, when Zen Classic pumped up hard, I took some profits. I was loving Atropa because without it, Zen Classic would have done nothing. So, you know, it works both ways. Texted, oh, what's up, mom? What's up, bro? How's it going? Good. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, the inverse relationship with Atropa Pulsechain. Yeah, hopefully that'll change. Damn, there we go. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Stream just got rugged hard there. Whoa, that was crazy. So my husband thinks I would say he was around during COVID when I got a big thirst for learning about crypto and did our pulse set. There you go. Now this is making me even more obsessed. Yeah, that's how crypto is. Which will perform more, A1A or Atropa? I'm going to go with A1A all day because Atropa, one, a lot of the gains have already been made early, and A1A, the liquidity is 28K. So the upside of A1A is astronomically higher, but it's a lot more risky, I would say, because 28K in liquidity, Atropa's pairs, I mean, you got 10x the liquidity in the Atropa Pulse pool, but I think that the Pdai Atropa one's a lot thicker. Where is that at? Yeah, $6 million in a Pdai Atropa pair. So, I mean, even though it's dipping hard now, I think this is the bot doing its thing. I don't think anybody could have stopped this right here. I think this was going to do what it was going to do regardless. I mean, what goes up, that comes down. I mean, if you are a believer in it, then I mean, you know, we're making higher lows as of now. We still haven't came back down to 3,600, which that's the panic level right there. If we get there, I know maybe 46, but regardless, it's an exciting time. But I think A1A, I would put my pulse chain on. Yeah, friend, you did find the right community here. You got some good people all across the board. Mega Inu is a moneymaker. Oh boy, never heard about this one. So it's only a couple days old. So yeah, that ran up hard. And yeah, if it looks like it bounced here. I don't know why we're looking at the daily on a chart that is 5 days old, but I mean, yeah, it looks like it's trending down, but I wouldn't. I guess yeah, if you're a real degen, you know, do your thing. I mean, I would maybe if it comes back down to like yeah 9,000 ish around there. So what 40% dip from here maybe, but I'll put that on the watch list. I'll watch it, but I'm nervous in these pairs that are less than honestly. If I don't know, if it didn't come from the 414 wallet, or you don't know the founder or the dev, or you vetted it, anything that is less than like 2 weeks old, I think is super risky. So that's the one thing I'd say about that. Be very, very careful. Caprog, it's the pulse. Please talk about down and up. So I don't. Oh, I took down off here. I kind of lost. There's so much. Once I got into the A1A coin, I kind of stopped paying attention. But down and up, I mean, we were speculating early that they were going to be the ones that would be used to stabilize the price of Pdai. But I kind of think that's what's going on with these coins. I mean, if you look at them and you can kind of find some trends where if this coin is dumping while others are pumping, or this is pumping while others are dumping, like that was going on with Legal and TSFI. I know they were doing some weird stuff and pumping at different times. So, no one really knows what the coins are meant to do. It's just a guessing game, it's speculation, but that's what makes crypto so fascinating because you can constantly speculate, you constantly get new stuff that comes out that's revealed. People do more research and it just keeps going. Yeah, exactly, bro. If they can lift each other up, exactly. The inverse relationship, yeah. If they yeah, exactly. If it's like the stair step or like a seesaw up and down, yeah. You missed the first that's all good, bro. You didn't miss anything. Just some beta, probably. What do you think the next target is for Atropa on the next bull run? On the next bull run, what do you mean? Like the bull run's here right now, bro. Like we're in the bull run, it just don't feel like it. When we look back in the charts and like around the Bitcoin halving, we're gonna say, "Oh yeah, the bull run started in, I don't know, July," or Bitcoin, the bull run started in January of 2022. So I don't know what you mean by that, but with I'm not a TA expert. I have access on here. He's my my guru for charts. And so Atropa, what I do, man, is you got to just look at the resistance levels. So where did it struggle? On the way up here, it bounced around this top a bunch of times at 1.7 cents. So on the way back down, if it once you can see here, it bounced around there 3 or 4 times and then broke through. So you got to look down at all right, where were the next resistance points down here? And kind of you can just draw lines, at all right, there was a lot of resistance about right through here. And you could see it held there a bunch of times and then fell through. So on the way back up, you're gonna want it to break through these previous resistance points here. So it's gonna be kind of a seesaw back up. It's never gonna be a just straight line parabolic, unless we're in the middle of the bull run, everything's going parabolic, but the liquidity in these coins are so much thicker. I don't think that's gonna happen in Atropa and Pdai as much as the smaller pairs, but you never know. So I mean, I would say we gotta climb back up. We need to hit and solidify around a cent here. There's a lot of resistance at 1.2. So once we can bounce up 1.2 and then crack back up across the 1.5 and then start flipping these into support and then bouncing back up. So I mean, price targets where this thing could go. I mean, Jesus. Let's see. I mean, I see, like, I don't even really know. I'm not that good with trend lines, but like somewhere here. So, we get extended way up off this line. So, I mean, I'll think up to like 10 cents, maybe in the next by the end of the year, maybe 10 cents if everything goes well, and then a retracement and then a bounce up. I mean, I'm just completely pulling shit out of my ass right now, but Mega Inu looks top. Yeah. Yeah, for now. I mean, but that's the thing. When it runs up so hard early like that, like I don't like that. But that's how things are when they have such small liquidity. They run up hard and then they retrace hard. But if they, you want to kind of see it go sideways for a little bit. It's obviously it's in a downtrend right here. And I mean, until it can break up through here. I mean, that's probably a horrible And I don't know, something like that. So once it breaks this trend line, then maybe we can get bullish again. But there's so many other coins out there. Like, what did this coin do from the bottom to the top up here? What the fuck? 24x. So yeah, we'll see. That definitely looks topped out. That Bitcoin Pulse had resistance around 200. I'm hoping grab some on the dip before it goes up. Yeah, it dipped hard. It's at like $85, $90 last time I looked at it. Wow, yeah, $85. I mean, wow. I drew this line, I mean, 2 weeks ago. And isn't that funny how it touches that perfectly? I think this is what Atropa does. It stabilizes these coins, and it's just a bot doing its thing right now. Until new money, till retail money comes in from somewhere else, if it leaves Pulsechain and comes back in, I mean, I don't think, this is really going to change, but we'll keep trending up. And hopefully we just keep making higher lows, baby. That's the name of the game. But I'm the most bullish on wrap Bitcoin. I think there's a lot narrative there. It's got such a low supply at 154,000, potential fireworks. And render too, guys. This is one that I'm really bullish on. Render is going to come back hard with the AI narrative. It's that one coin that blends in with I think multiple narratives. So Render's only got $6,000 in liquidity, pretty much at rock bottom. I just loaded up on these dips. It goes up hard and just drops. So it's down almost 50% from its local top up here. So I just bought more, and I feel really confident with Render. It's one of the best performing coins on ETH, and Koreans, the Asians love it over there. So that's one that I'm keeping my eye out on. So, guys, Nagabo, this isn't good. I don't know if he had a little typo here. He got a little excited and was jamming too many zeros, but he's thinking that the Atropa ambush bot is out, and we're gonna lose 3 zeros. So, no, gain 3 zeros, right? Because when you can't lose a zero when the price goes down. So, Naga needs to understand that. Where was that other tweet? It was funny. Right here. Pdai has lost a zero. No, it gained a zero, bro. It gained a zero. It gained a zero. The price went down, but it gained a zero. When it loses zeros, it's going up in price. So I'm pretty sure it went from 2 zeros right here, 3. But tongue and cheek, says Sammy. So guys, right here, I'm bullish as hell on Hedera. This article just came out today. The Sinks unlocking boundless utility, an insight into Hedera's high-octane blockchain services. They call it mass institutional adoption. We call it August on Hedera. So it just talks about how fast it is, how they pretty much blend ETH right here. Where was it? Yeah, by harnessing the Hedera smart contract services, devs are handed the power of Solidity and the EVM machine. The integration is fine-tuned to Hedera's environment, enabling developers to engineer applications that can handle hundreds of transactions per second, all while maintaining a carbon negative footprint. So I'm bullish as hell on it. And guys, this article here, I was really interested when I saw this. It's like, whoa, I need to look into this more. So the recent Fed paper about wholesale CBDCs and congressional approval. Well, they're talking about here, it looks at whether they want to tokenize existing central bank reserves, or is it necessary to have a wholesale CBDC as a new form of money? It concludes a digital dollar as a new form of money is not necessary, but might be desirable. So regardless of what they do, guys, they don't have to get Congress approval. One perspective is that the Fed doesn't believe it needs congressional approval for a wholesale CBDC. Another view proposed to Ledger Insights recently that the Fed has conceded it needs approval for retail, but it's simply not yet conceded on wholesale. So they might just do whatever the hell they want at the end of the day. And I think they will. It's also notable that in the March hearing, Mr. Powell argued that a wholesale CBDC would be just another kind of bank reserve. Come on, guys, it's just a bank reserve. However, when commercial banks make the same argument to banking regulators about tokenized deposits, the same argument doesn't fly. So the hypocrisy here, and the Fed's going to do what they want regardless. They're going to tokenize everything. Goldman Sachs, Larry Dinkus has already talked about tokenizing everything's a $700 trillion industry when they tokenize everything. So U.S. inflation at almost 4%. Is the crypto market going to rally? I think it is. We're about to close September. Let's see, what's Bitcoin at? We're more 1 day away now from closing the month green, which is like, what, the third time in Bitcoin's history that we've done that? Oh, no, down 8.08% now on the month. Wait a minute. Rand Nooner, that damn little hobbit, said we were going to close positive. We were up like 4% earlier. Man, you can't trust that hobbit. You can't trust them. So how's the crypto market reacting to this? It added 2% over the last 24 hours. Volume rose 35%. Notably, the fear and greed was at 42. So, guys, the markets could go up or they could go down. But this was interesting. Elon finally pushes X, Twitter, towards profitability. Isn't that crazy? Twitter hasn't even been profitable and he bought it for like $50 billion. So it just shows you that like all these corporations, they're not what they seem. Like, I really don't think it matters if they lose money. Looking at who owns all the Fortune 500 companies, looking who the CEOs are, I don't know. I think something's going on where they're mostly just shell corporations to just employ the public and keep people so busy they can't pay attention and keep up with the scams the Federal Reserve is pulling right now. I mean, this is wild right here that the Fed can literally just do what they want with these CBDCs without even getting congressional approval on the wholesale ones. But with the retail ones, okay. So here they're pretty much telling us they're coming. It's inevitable. Axis, what's up, bro? Appreciate you stopping in. We got to jump on stream soon, bro, and get together again. Go over some TA and some tinfoil theories now that everything just Pdai'd. So now stable coins aren't securities, of course, says Jeremy Allaire in Circle in the SEC lawsuits against Binance. So there you go. When push comes to shove, the truth comes out. And guys, it's so obvious where this is going. Like, the U.S. government now is 48 hours away from shutdown. This is the one thing that I'm worried about. That could be like the black swan event for the crypto markets. The C19 type dump. Hell yeah. I will, bro. That sounds good. Alpha. You always got that hot alpha axis. You always come with it. Always. So if this happens here and they shut down, that could be a catalyst to dump the markets. Who knows? Maybe another bank collapse, because we have 700 banks running at insolvency right now. The mid banks, mid-level banks. I'm sure the big boys are too, because I think JP Morgan was like 100 times more over leveraged than Silvergate Bank. So like what Silvergate Bank, what they were doing, JP Morgan is doing at 100 times the scale. So it's picking and choosing winners in this whole industry, I think. So the U.S. long-term credit rating was downgraded for the first time in over a decade. The government's borrowing over $14 billion per day and spending $3 billion on interest. That's insane. So, I mean, I just can't see them not dropping points like, or dropping rates a full point sometime next year, maybe right around the Bitcoin halving. That can kind of kickstart fireworks. Like, there's so many banks and hedge funds and retirement funds and pension funds that are in trouble and they need yield. They need someone to bail them out of the disaster these mortgage-backed securities have caused. And no one talks about that. You don't ever see that, in the headlines here of how big of a scam those are if you really look into it and who writes them, and then how the Fed basically coerces with BlackRock to write and the banks to write these basically junk loans and these securities, and then they flood the markets with them, tell all the unsuspecting dupers out there that they're AAA security or AAA rated, great product, and then they realize they're just garbage, and then on the way down, all the big boys just short the hell out of it to make the problem even worse. It's like throwing gas on the fire. So it's so corrupt out there. And like, that's why I'm just focusing on accumulating my bags, ignoring the noise out there, but paying attention to it, seeing what's going on, because you can see through the dots here where these things are going. Like with this article with the Fed, they're going to do the wholesale CBDCs, they're going to do the retail CBDCs, the digital dollar's coming. It's just a matter of time. I think too, yeah, bro. Everything here is bullish for crypto. Inflation going up, bullish for crypto. Problems with the banking system, bullish for crypto. I mean, almost all of the problems that are plaguing our financial system are bullish for Bitcoin and crypto. So yeah, that's what really excites me. And this too here, though, this is also why it's bullish. The S&P has now lost $3 trillion in value since the last Fed rate hike in July. For the first time all year, we're seeing rallies sold instead of dips being bought. Guys, this is not looking good. The Fed is in between a rock and a hard place. They have to print money. And the longer they keeping rates up, and if they ever raise them again, I mean, it's going to just be that straw that breaks the camel's back. It really is. So, guys, like across the board too. Google Cloud too is now a Polygon validator, and Google too. I talked about it yesterday. They're on the governing board of Hedera, or the governing council of Hedera in Hashgraph. So they are now, I'm sure, involved in institutional DeFi and staking for their needs. And until they can do it all legally, which they are now, but until their platforms are built out so they can use DeFi, they can have access to NFTs, they can have access to the public liquidity pools that are coming on the XRP ledger. We're not going to be able to do it legally, until they control it, they can use it, and then we get to nibble on the crumbs after, once it's safe. And that's how they're going to push it. It's safe, and you're not going to get wrecked. Trust us, we're doing it. We can show you the way. And that's how it's going to be for CBDCs. When they push them out and they program your money, they're going to say, look, you're poor, you have no job. Clearly, you've made horrible decisions in life. Well, with these CBDCs, we can guarantee you can go to the gym, you can eat healthy, you can, go and do some community service, and yada, yada, yada. And if you do that, your life will be better. You'll own nothing, but you will be happy. And that's how I think they're going to push it with like stimulus, with universal basic income. The CBDCs are going to be an offer. So it's all coming, but we can profit off of it, with the coins out here that are going to be working with not even, Ripple, XRP. I have a bag of XRP. I think it's going to pump. It'll do well, but I'm way more bullish on XLM versus XRP. I'm way more bullish on Ripple Labs, the stock, the equity on Linqto. I see what they're doing, how they're going to pump the price of the IPO up to $600-700, and you can get in for $50 a share right now. So that's, a 14x on your money. And it's just really bad. So I'm stacking all my PRC 20s. Anchor, that's one that I love. This thing's been going crazy, up and down because there's no liquidity. There's $350 in here. We were at $1,000, a couple weeks ago. I was talking about it on stream, and some of the Pdai degens came in and bought it up. It like 10x on stream. Literally went from 4 zeros to 2 zeros and a 3 in the matter of an hour. But obviously, people took profits, and it pumped up again earlier. But this is when I like to get into these coins like Anchor, like Frac Shares, 1K in liquidity, Lido, 10K in liquidity. I like the liquid staking derivatives, rocket pools. I got a decent bag of them, 8K liquidity, synthetics, compound, Beetroot for the privacy bridge. I think Beetroot's got a little more, 100K in liquidity. But it's still, look at where it is. It's at rock bottom. Like, there's no downside risk from here, in my opinion. So now I'm just trying to keep stacking. Let me move up. I told James, do you have time? Can you please explain all the whale activity on Treasury Bill, Teddy Bear, and Bullion? Teddy Bear, please. Honestly, I have not been paying attention to them. Teddy, I don't know what whale activity has been going on because the prices of all of them have been dumping so hard. I think there were a couple big buys, but honestly, like I'm bullish on Teddy Bear. I like it for the meme coin aspect. It's got the community. It's got Moonbee roots and guys pumping it. So I have a bag of Teddy, but I consolidated a lot of my Pdai and Atropa, honestly, into A1A and to Pulse Reflections. Shout out Zach. This coin, it's at $3 million market cap, and he wants to get it to $1 billion. That's his goal. And he's taking over like community leader, doing social media stuff with it. And, I like that it pays me every day some Pulse Chain back. Clear value tactics next year when the money printing will happen. Yeah, definitely. I think right around the Bitcoin halving, it'll be coincidence. Scarlet Rose, hello, how are you? Good to see you. No borders, bullish for crypto. Doesn't your net worth need to be 1 million to buy an IPO? Yes, it does. Yep, it does. But there's ways of it's your $250,000 in income for the last 3 years or $1 million in net worth. Yep. But you buy a house, you get a mortgage, and you put 10% down, and the house is worth 300 grand. So you're in for like 40K. On paper, you're now worth like over $250,000. So there's ways around it. Mega E News and a descending channel break to the upside. Yeah, I got it. I got it on here. Yeah, I'm watching it now. It's on my list. And let's get on the DGen charts here, the 5-minute even. Yeah, so once it breaks that, 5-minute, obviously I want to look it on the hourly, but yeah, once it can kind of break up, that'd be your time to enter. But I like that there is 80K in liquidity though. Is this a 414 coin, or is it just a coin that someone in the community put out? All right, 4 days ago. Let's see what's popping on Twitter with Minu. Mega Inu. Not 414 wallet. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna personally stay away. Nothing got rugged, Davis. We just everything's just Pdying right now. And they're at parity. Atropa and Pdai are literally trading 1-to-1, which is crazy because it was up at Atropa was 11 times higher, like 3 weeks ago or something like that. So wild times in crypto, guys. Wild times, but we'll survive. You know, there's so many bullish things happening. You know, we might, if the government shuts down and it gets bad, yeah, we might get a little dip, but it's all temporary. I'm still sticking with my gut. October 19th is going to be the day that we see something huge happen. I'm just pulling it out of my ass, but I think like the 16th and 19th of October, a month after September, like 17th or 19th, there was the Rosh Hashanah stuff. So I'm sticking with it. And I think, you know, there's just so many bullish catalysts, and looking around the bubbles, seeing some of the top 100 coins pumping, Gala having some life. You know, WeMix, I love that it's basically the Pulsechain logo. I have no clue what this coin is, but up 80% in a month. Good Lord. AVAX, they may be making a lot of noise with the Web3 gaming and in Korea. They have an awesome game that I think it just launched or is about to launch soon. So I have a big bag of AVAX in my IRA. I think it's going to be one of the long-term L1s that survives. AVAX, HBAR, Algorand, Chainlink, super bullish on that. Filecoin, I have a bag of that on my ledger, tucked it away. You know, ever since they partnered with Lockheed Martin, the MIC, made too big to fail. Arthur Hayes, bullish as hell on it. So I want to pump his bags with the couple hundred coins that I own. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for tonight. It is par for the course, Davis. Axis, I'll hit you up. We'll schedule something so you can bring that alpha over here to Vibra Finance, because you're the TA expert. Me trying to look at charts and make predictions on where Atropa and stuff are going. I look like a damn fool, but hey, I don't care. It's fun, and I'll tell you what I think. And if it's wrong or there's no rhyme or reason to it, hey, that's what 99% of these other assholes are doing out there. So like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.